Hey everybody, this is Christopher Small, the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it well. Today, I want to talk to you about how to handle real estate in your trust, especially if you're trying to do a refi, if you're trying to refinance, if you are trying to sell, if you're trying to do something transactional with your real estate that you have in your trust. I wanted to give a little tip. All right, before I do that, I want to remind you, if you need any help related to estate planning or probate, and you want to talk to us over the phone for free, you can go to estatemeeting.com. All right, so today's tip, as usual, comes from a client phone call that I had. This client, created a trust for them. We put some real estate in the trust. This was a sort of a family deal. Family owned some real estate, and they wanted to sort of combine combine the interests. Also, sort of make sure that everybody was sort of limited with what they could do in a good way, sort of group transactions with this real estate. Well, now they want to do something with it. They want to refinance it, and they've gone to their lender, they've gone to their title company. Title company's told them something, lenders told them something, and now they're talking to me to try to figure out what to do to accomplish this transaction and make sure that everything is on the up and up. And you have to be careful with some of this stuff, because if you transfer the real estate into the trust in one way and out of the trust in another way and do some crazy things, then crazy things can happen. And if you're not careful, you can end up owing some excise taxes. You can do all kinds of weird things. But here's the tip, okay? Start with this. Give the lender your certification of trust. Give the title company your certification of trust. Talk about what you want to do specifically. Have the two of them talk together so that they can figure out exactly what they need to make this transaction happen. Because what will happen is often the title company has a set of requirements and the lender has a set of requirements. They both have sort of different governing bodies that they work with. They have different rules that they work with. So what the title company says is okay may not be okay for the lender, and vice versa. Well, if you get them to talk, then they can figure out exactly what they need, and then they can tell you, the client, what they need after they've sort of looked at the trust, which is why you give them at least the certification of trust so they can see what those details are. Then they can tell you, this is what we need to make this transaction happen. And then you can talk to your trusted estate planning attorney, and they can help you out if necessary. And then you can kind of go from there and do what you need to do to get the transaction finalized and closed. If you don't do that, then you can run into some problems. You can have a hard time closing. You can do the wrong thing, and then it's hard to back out after the fact. And it can just be sort of like a comedy of errors. The good news is it's not often that you can't sort of unwind what you've done and kind of fix it, but it can cost you more time, more money, more frustration. It can cause you, interest rates can change, like all these different things can happen with your real estate transactions. So the best thing to do is to give your lender and your title company the information they need to see what your specific plan looks like, what the specific ownership interest of the real estate is and how it works. Then they can talk to each other, find out what their requirements are. Then they can talk to you, and you can get them the things that they need to finalize the transaction. All right. Hopefully that made sense. It's not super complicated. It's just a matter of communication. All right. And that's what I told my client. I said, these are the things that you could do. She was getting some conflicting information from both sides. I said, hey, go talk to both, get an answer, and we'll do the thing. Okay. That's it. As always, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you know someone that needs to hear this, please share it with them. If you have a question or comment, please leave it. And if you have estate planning or probate questions and you want to talk with us over the phone for free, you can go to estatemeeting.com. Okay, that is it. I'm Christopher Small. I am the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning. We do probate. We do it well. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you again soon.